Let's check out the real steel, right? We got the Sylph. Is that the model name? Oh, sorry. This time I'm misreading it. It is the Sylph. Sylph. Sylph.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I don't know, whatever that sounds. However that's pronounced. Blue hardware, black stock number right there for you. We got a chance to, have we gotten a chance to check out Real Steel in the past? I think I was getting it mixed up with a different brand, guys. So yes, this is the very first time we're checking out a knife from Real Steel. So making a debut here in the channel. All right, that's what I'm talking about. We got the sort of knife outline here, all kinds of goodies, button lock, slip joint. Okay, well, they tell you everything about how all their different knives work. Frame lock, liner lock, that's nice. We got the passion for performance, and we got the specs, right? A little bit of what the knife looks like right there. Blade length, thickness, all that good stuff. If you want to pause the video and enjoy this ultra 4K high definition we got going on here, definitely do that. The designer, and what else? I just want to focus on the stainless steel handle and Nitro V steel. Okay, so let's look at the knife itself, shall we? All right, you got a wiping cloth here that it is sort of wrapped around, and here is the knife. Okay, very interesting. Let's take a look at that. All right, Real Steel, right? Making a debut here. Interesting looking handle for sure. At first, I was going to say it gave me a lot of SRM knife vibes. We have checked out 2 models from SRM knives in the past, and it sort of kind of gave me those vibes. And now I'm looking at it, and it gives me even more of those vibes, because I remember with SRM, they kind of went with that whole one side folded over the other. Kind of gives you a little bit of a integral sort of vibe. We have the outer shell and even the inside shell in black also wraps around here, and you know, it's interesting, right? So it's not just one piece, so it's not just basically sandwiching, is that, if that's a word, 2 pieces together with standoffs. It's actually one actual part, right? Will it stay? Yes. Nope. It's actually grabbing one part and then just folding it like that, right? Same thing with the outer shell, same deal with the black liner underneath, right? So all that is stainless steel, and we have a thumb deployment on this one, and probably reverse flick it. That seems to be about the only deployment option. So bam. Okay, that sounded more acoustically satisfying than I was probably anticipating it would. It is a liner lock, so let's do that one more time. Shake shutter, and yeah, I like that. Definitely like that sound for sure. Sounds really good. Drop point blade, not a straight back, no. Yeah, it is a drop point blade here. We got a flat grind going on up until that marking there. And of course, I mean, it's thick, but not necessarily the thickest. Right? Carries a good profile all the way to the tip. We got jimping going on there, right? Which is nice, kind of locks you in. And the handle is interesting, right? I haven't seen a handle. I mean, I've seen many different handles in my time here, which is not to say I've been on YouTube forever like other channels, but, you know, maybe around 2 years or so in the hobby, and you know, definitely feels like a slightly different handle. Typically, they start thinner and get thicker, or maybe they start thicker and get thinner. This one starts thicker, gets thinner, and then gets thicker again. So that's an interesting approach, but I must say, it feels good. Let me see. Let me see. All right, yeah, that feels good in the hand. Absolutely no doubt about that. Yeah, looking really good. I squeeze on there. If I do a hammer grip, all right, that feels good. The pocket clip situation feels comfortable. 9.5 out of 10. That's good. And it is reversible. All right, it looks like I don't see why we wouldn't be able to reverse it. Yeah, it does use 1 screw and 1 screw only, and it does have a little section that goes into this hole and also holds it in place. So that's how you're able to reverse the pocket clip. We do have one standoff, and that is back here. And it makes sense because that's where the pocket clip goes through, screwed from both ends. That aside, let me see. Okay, so the liner, right, does kind of come out of the outer shell a little bit, so that allows for good access, right? I want to say this thing is probably on ball bearings, if I had to take a guess. And yeah, very drop shotty. Sounds good, man. Like, it sounds so good. Feels like the thumb studs are also the stop pins here. So when the knife opens, right? It kind of reaches this position here, hits the handle right there, and bam, that's a stopping point. And then locked, of course, with the liner. All right, solid action. Reverse flick, yes. So I tried doing it with the fingernail, which is my preferred way of reverse flicking spider flick.
I'm Spider-Man.
Flicking a knife, but not the case with this one. You have to use the meat of your middle finger, and then you're able to get it done. That's how you do it. There we go. So yeah, we got the 2 deployment options on this one. Honestly, I sort of like this vibe, right? It's like a darker stainless steel, stone wash, kind of has like a gray coat to it as compared to like exposed stainless steel, like on the Pyrite here, okay? This is interesting. This is definitely an interesting knife. The thumb studs are also nice and low profile, right? I noticed that as well. So they don't have like big old thumb studs. They're nice and small profile, but they work. They certainly work, absolutely. Bam. All right, let's do some size comparisons here, shall we? It definitely gives me large knife vibes. So next to the PM2, next to the Para 3, more Para 3 size, there we go. So somewhere in that medium category. It's definitely smaller than the PM2. Here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the new Shark Cub with the clip point blade. So it is a little bit bigger than the Shark Cub, but yeah, more comparable to the AD 20.5, which in nature is also comparable to the Para 3, so that makes sense. Here's your Civivi Vision FG and your Kizer Varatas. It's actually a little bit smaller than both, right? But more comparable, if anything, to the Varatas. And last but not least, we got the Vosteed Raccoon and the CJRB Pyrite. I promise you that whole opening like that was supposed to be a lot more satisfying in my mind. Anyways, lame opening aside, very comparable to the Pyrite for sure. And just a little bit smaller here, smaller than the Raccoon. With Nitro V, okay, Nitro V steel, just same steel we got going on the Civivi Vision FG, and this thing was razor sharp and still holding a pretty good edge. So, man, that it feels like a nice clean edge right there. No interruptions, no nicks, no dings, or anything along the way. Today we're studying chapter 4, whatever the the title is right there, guys. I'm just recycling some old textbook pages here. I was just about to throw this thing out. I figured, hey, let's save Mother Nature by finding a secondary purpose. And of course, it's part of our scientific cutting test at this point. I got some nice rolls going on there, which is good. So it's going through that paper very well. Ooh, yeah, some nice slices going on right there. Wow, okay. And also we got some belly to it. So the belly is all the way from here to here, right? Which is interesting. A lot of nice kind of start with sort of like a straight edge and then they belly around somewhere here. But very interesting. Kind of gives me like CMB sort of eyes as well. And we got the designer logo on this side, Nitro V there, and real steel for the, as far as billboarding goes. But yeah, this thing will cut paper all day, every day. Keep in mind, guys, it's a very well-known fact all across YouTube that we do a very scientific test in this channel. That's exactly what this test here consists of, right? So if you were typing that in the comments, trust me, we know it's a known fact in the community right now.
Harry tells me you're quite the science whiz. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Anyways, cardboard here, right? When cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at a diagonal angle like that. Just gonna get a good grip here. And bam, boom. All right, that was a little bit slower than usual. All right, I tapered off right here on this one. So that's something to keep in mind. You probably want to keep most of your cut somewhere in this range. The moment you go from maybe this point forward, it might taper off a tiny bit. Here we go. There we go. Struggling a little bit with that one because I'm running out of, I want to make sure I can grip the cardboard. That might be important. But anyways, you guys are the judge, right, guys? So let me know in the comments, how sharp is this guy? How much of an edge has it retained, right? You guys let me know. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the Real Steel, model name down here, which I can't pronounce, knife. And yeah, interesting, nice little EDC from Real Steel. Again, making a debut here in the channel for the first time. So that is pretty neat. Again, I really love the sound of it, the acoustics on this thing. are on the money. Even the reverse flick, yeah, solid. But the thumb deployment, oof, even better. Love it, love it, love it. Interesting kind of integral looking construction to it. Kind of like what they did here. Pocket clip is reversible and deep carry. Very interesting. Nice little EDC. And I'm pretty sure based on the steel and everything that this thing is on the affordable end of things. Of course, by the time you're watching this video, I would have already linked to this knife and every other knife that you see here down below. So definitely check out those links down below, right, for price, variance, availability, and all that good stuff. Those help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. That being said, guys, if you got value out of the video so far, give it a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Also subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. It means a ton to me, and I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more, especially if you love knife and EDC content like this on a daily basis. You know the drill by now. Be carrying this knife here for about a week or so, if not a little bit more, before I have to send it forward to the next person in the pass around. I'll be gathering my thoughts, feedback, and everything for a comprehensive review here very shortly. Shout out to Lefty for his knife pass around, and shout out to Real Steel for sending this review version out for us to check out as well. So check out the unboxing on the Vosteed Acorn right here on your right side, and check out the unboxing on the Demko Shark Cub right there on your left side as well. Both of them are pretty interesting EDC knives as well. You should definitely check out. If you made it to the end, you are the real MVP, guys. Thank you for your love and support. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll catch you on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.